I'm not feeling 100%. Actually, I'm feeling at about 54%. We'll go with 54%. A couple days ago, I wasn't feeling good. Yesterday, I was feeling better, so I just pushed it, and then I probably shouldn't have. So today, I'm feeling it. What I should have done is taken a couple days and just rested. But there was things to do, and I pushed. We do that in our lives. We push, don't we? I mean, we don't like to sit around. Most of us aren't lazy. Most of us, want to get the job done. And most of us have a lot of a job to get done. So when we stop, it's not like the workload ends, it just piles up. So we try to manage everything. But sometimes, like today, when our bodies are weak, sometimes we're weak in our spirit. We go through trauma or we go through pain. We experience situations that we're not in control of, that if we were, we'd probably control it differently. Those things begin to wear us down, especially if the effects of those things are ongoing. Um, uh, Choices that other people have made that affect you or hurt you, or hurt them and you hurt for them. And after a while, those things add up. And we find ourselves, just like our bodies break down, sometimes our spirits break down, and we stop being able to see things and do things the way that we want to or we should. That's why God says, be still, rest, take comfort. Sometimes spiritually, we need to put all that stuff aside. We just need to take it, put it on a shelf, ignore it. And I'm not saying, live in denial, because we know it's on the shelf, but put it on the shelf. Say, God, this is your stuff. Show me what my stuff is to do. And a lot of times God leaves it on the shelf. He said, you know what? It was never yours in the first place. You got worn out because you were trying to do my job. I know I do that a lot. It's easy to confuse the role of a pastor and the role of God sometimes, because you know that your job is to go out and be Christ. Not only it's your life calling, as we all are called as Christians, but sometimes as a pastor it gets a little bit confusing. And you can take on so much of other people's pain and sorrow and difficulties and struggles that God said, that's not yours. Just love them, be there to encourage them, and I'll show you what you need to do. Just be prepared. And sometimes that's all we need to do. It's like, God, I can't do anything right now. God says, be prepared for when I'm ready. Be prepared to give a word for the testimony. That doesn't mean that we're necessarily always forcing it. Sometimes God says, be prepared, because I'll create the situation. I'll create the timing. But you need to be ready. It's like, God, but I want this to happen now. God says, that's not your job. That's not your problem. Leave it to me. I got this covered. You just be prepared. So, if any of you are feeling like you're overwhelmed, stop. Just stop. Put it on the shelf. Say, God, this is yours. And then study God's word. Be bathed in prayer. Seek to know God and who he is, and to love on him, and seek his wisdom in your life. So when God brings you to that point where you need to speak into somebody else's life, you're ready. God bless you. I hope that's been an encouragement to you. I'm going back to bed.